Welcome to the Graybeard Chronicles podcast. Your hosts, Brian Halstead and Kevin Harkins, are two gray-bearded patriots who love God, their family and friends, and their country. The Graybeards are here to inspire, inform, and educate you on a myriad of topics they are passionate about. Brian and Kevin have a strong desire to share this with you to help you live your best life. Sit back and enjoy this amazing podcast as the Graybeards pass along the wisdom of the ages.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Graybeard Chronicles. I'm Brian Halstead.
And I'm Kevin Harkins.
And Kevin, we're here to pass along some wisdom of the ages. What the heck does that mean?
We're not perfect, but we do have gray beards. And that means we've got some significant life experience, some life lessons, and some perspectives that are worthy of passing along.
Well, I think that sums it up nicely. Let's get to it. Kevin, what's going on, sir? How are you?
Good evening, Bryant.
Good evening. Cheers
How are
to you.
Doing? Cheers. Hey, guess what? Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, yes. By the time this airs, it'll be a day away.
The day
Right?
away.
It'll be Thanksgiving Eve.
Yes, indeed. What you drinking tonight?
Got some cab, little wine.
Wow. Have I ever seen you drink wine before?
Probably.
I don't think I've ever seen you drink wine before.
Like at your house for dinner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And probably here before too. Record the podcast because I like wine.
All right. I mean, I know that you like wine. I'm just not sure I'm not sure you drank wine on the podcast.
Maybe
But
I have.
maybe you did.
I don't know.
Maybe you did. Well, I went through the effort to match today. So I got this, I have this gray matching.
Matching with your beard.
Right.
You nailed
Right.
it, dude. Nailed it.
See, doesn't that look good?
Yeah. So if you like lean down a little bit, like the whole bottom half of your face blends in with your shirt, and then we just have like the nose up.
There you go. There you go. Well, if you got it, you got it.
Yeah. Got it, flaunt it, they say, right?
It is the holiday season is officially kicking off.
Yes, sir.
Actually, is Halloween considered part of the, when you say enjoy the holiday season, is Halloween included in that? I really don't know.
I think traditionally, no. I think that's usually for, at least in my interpretation and understanding, it's for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while we're on this subject, when do you decorate, or you might not decorate at all, but when does your house become decorated for Christmas? Are any rules there? Any hard and fast rules? We may have talked about this before.
I don't know that we've talked about it on the podcast, but in my house, it is immediately following Thanksgiving. So it's the weekend after Thanksgiving, then the Christmas decorations can go up.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if that's just like old school or what, because, my kids love to dick with me about it, well, at least one daughter in particular, Taylor. And, she's got her Christmas trees up already. And she's like, but Dad, it makes me happy. I'm like, okay, well, fuck, took all the argument out of my sales right there, buddy. I got nothing to say to that because, I wouldn't want you to be not happy. So if it makes you happy, keep the damn thing up all year long. But I'm of the hard and fast, it's, I don't want to see Christmas stuff until after Thanksgiving. That's just the way that works.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, you do see it everywhere except my house. And so that's the rule, and I like it. I think it's good. But I know many people who don't set up for Christmas until literally just a few days before. That's when the Christmas tree goes up and all that. And then, because if you kind of follow the really
right,
the 10 days of Christmas that go,
all the stuff my wife puts up, that's a lot to do in just a couple of days. So it takes some time. I wouldn't want to have to set that up and take it down all within just a few days. I wouldn't want to have to do it at all. So I'm thankful that she does it.
Huh. Okay.
Yes. Among many other things that I'm thankful that she does.
Yeah, absolutely.
And thankful for in general. What are you thankful for? Yeah. What kind of things do you think? You know what? We should talk about that tonight. That sounds like a great freaking topic.
It does sound like a great freaking topic.
You know what I'm thankful for that just popped into my head right now? I'm thankful for the people that are listening to this podcast that have either subscribed or have just now realized they haven't and should, and are about to click that subscribe button on whatever platform you're on. I'm thankful for you folks for subscribing and being out there to listen to this podcast. Thank you.
Do it. Yeah. So that's what we're talking about tonight. We're going to talk about what we're thankful for.
I mean, it kind of is the season for that, right?
Season.
If there is such a thing as a season, I really don't think there should be a season. I mean, we've talked about gratitude and the importance thereof many times. And yes. I mean, I think that's an everyday thing. And, you know, maybe a little more so during this time of year, but absolutely an everyday thing.
Well, the list of things that I am thankful for, I could just dominate our whole podcast and not let you talk at all. I won't do that.
That's cool. I mean, I got a good pipe and some wine, so brother.
You're good to go. I was thinking about the topic today because despite the fact that it sounded like we just sort of decided right this minute to do this, we didn't. It was a great introduction though. I would like to start with and I mean this sincerely, and if it sounds, you know, I don't know, cliche or something, it's not, because I am truly thankful for the gift of life. I am thankful that, you know, what are the odds of that sperm and that egg coming together, you know, just of the millions of attempts, you know, that particular one with that particular egg, and it fertilizes, and it's me. I mean, somebody did the math on this, and the odds of me are so infinitesimally small.
Could you say that again?
No, infinitesimally. How do you say that?
I wouldn't. I would just let you do it.
Really, really small. The odds of any one of us coming into existence are extremely small, and yet here we are. And oh my goodness, just the fact that I could come into this world without a care in the world. When you're first born, you just don't know anything, but then you get to sort of discover through this journey called life, all ups and downs and all arounds, and going to hell and back probably a number of times. But when you peel all of the layers back and you go, I'm alive. I have been given this gift called life. That is amazing to me.
It's cool that you call that out, because, you know, ultimately that's got to be the first one, you know, because after, you know, if that's not present, then there's no conversation to be had. You can't be thankful for anything else because you're not here.
Right. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's the big one first and foremost to me. And then I can go on and on, but I'm going to stop right there. This is your topic. You picked it. And I love the topic, by the way. And I think there's a lot of great takeaways that people should pay attention to tonight, whenever you're listening to this thing, so that you can improve your day, because it just put a smile on my face all day long, thinking that we were going to talk about this, as busy as it was. Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about that many times. The fact you cannot be grateful and have an attitude of gratitude and walk around and be in a shitty mood and have a bad day. You can't. They're like mutually exclusive. Right. So yeah, I mean, it's a mindset to adopt. So for me, I was looking, I don't know how I actually found this article, but there's an article that had like a list of 60 things that you should be thankful for every day.
Okay.
And, you know, so I got to thinking about that. And you know, for me, you know, the things that I'm thankful for, I could, you know, rattle off that standard list that many people would say. You know, you're thankful for your faith in your family and your friends and your health and, you know, happiness, things of that nature. Right. But this, this list contains a lot of those as well. But I started looking at all the stuff on this list, and I thought, wow, there's a lot of stuff that we have. And by stuff, I mean material things, and also, you know, relationships and so on, that I just don't think I don't think we take them for granted, although we may be guilty of that in some cases. And at the same time, I just don't think we give them their due when it comes to living that, that or having that attitude of gratitude and calling those out, So there's some, obviously your personal freedom is an important one, but I want to rattle some off of this list.
Okay.
And I'm just going to go down the list. So, money in the bank. Feel free to jump in if you want to talk more about any of these. Good friends, freedom of religion, your parents, weekends. Yeah, I mean, so all of the things before weekends, yeah, I mean, those are kind of no-brainers. You're thankful for that stuff. But weekends, I think we're all thankful for weekends. That one kind of jumped out. Having a partner, pets, pets, unconditional love. And that's just a beautiful thing. And, it's I've heard it said about pets, you look at a dog, you look at a cat, whatever kind of pet you have, you might say, well, I haven't loved that animal all of my life. Yeah. Well, they've loved you all of theirs for as long as they were with you, especially if you got them when they were babies.
Yeah.
So, just pets are phenomenal. And I think people actually, I've heard it said, and I've seen this too. I think you can judge people by the way they treat animals.
Huh.
Right. The goodness of that
That's
person or the lack thereof. So another one, learning from mistakes, opportunity to get an education, having a home. I mean, some of the basic things, right? The ability to read. How many times have you said thanks for that? I think it's something that we just kind of maybe take for granted a little bit, that we have that ability. Do you know anybody that doesn't? I personally know some folks that don't, and it's different for them. So
right.
That one kind of caught me. I'm like, yeah, you don't really think about that. But again, there's a list of like 60 things here. So a bed to sleep in, right? How many people in this world don't have a bed to sleep in? How many people would what would they give to have the shelter that we have, the food that we have, and the bed that we have to sleep in? It's when you really start diving into that, that's something we need to be thankful for more so than we do. What's that?
Yeah, I can comment on that one, on the bed one, just because it's actually a place that you can mentally, as soon as you wake up in the morning while you're laying in bed, if you want to get your day started off on the right foot, you just, after you wake up and you start to sort of process what's going on around you, once you realize who you are, where you are.
Right. You don't know that when you first wake up?
Some people, I'm sure, don't, depending on what they did the night before.
Oh no.
No, you can. Are you just getting that now?
Oh, I'm thinking about the different scenarios,
Oh, okay.
Story,
okay.
yeah, the Coyote Ugly story and things of that nature.
Right, all that. No, you can begin to think about your day, and right there, right then, on the spot, before you even move a muscle, you can start thinking about the things that you are grateful for. And it's amazing how that improves your mood instantly. I mean, straight away, you're wanting to get out of bed and start the day in a way that you've got more energy, you have more enthusiasm, because you're happy. I mean, and literally, you can start with what you just said. You have a bed to sleep in. There are people in this world who don't have beds to sleep in. Nope. And you can be thankful that there's a light switch that you can turn on and not stub your toes. There's thankful that you can walk in and get into the shower and enjoy hot, steamy water.
Right.
That
running water. Yeah.
Right. Running water, a flushing toilet, carpet on the floor, hard. It doesn't matter. It's endless. You can be thankful for the person who's sleeping next to you that you're thrilled to be married to or partner with, or you can be thankful for the fact that you woke up that day.
Right.
And that God has given you another day. It just goes on.
Every day is a gift, no doubt.
Every day is a gift. And
you're not guaranteed any more from this point forward.
No, they're not.
Any more seconds or minutes from this point forward.
And of course, when folks start to approach your age, then the odds of them, not making it through the day, increase a little bit every single day. You know, your odds of not being there the following day get a little higher. And
Yeah.
so,
Wow.
you know,
That must be really shitty for a guy your age then.
no way. Yeah. So let me, I'm going to change it up just a little bit, because this is something that that is kind of off of the type of things that we've been mentioning so far. And it's something that I'm going through personally and getting better and better and better at. And it is this idea that tomorrow's gone, ain't getting back, nothing you can do about. I'm sorry. I always do that. Yesterday is gone. What's in the past is in the past. You can't undo it. It's gone forever.
Right.
And tomorrow never arrives. And just when I really dig into that concept and think about, all I have is this minute, this second, right here, right now, with you doing this podcast, totally focused on it.
Right.
I am thankful that I am a lot better today at being in the moment right now, focused on what we're doing, focused on what I'm doing, no matter what it is, instead of worrying about what's out there or worrying about what I've done in the past and what's going to happen about it. I can't do anything except exist in the moment. And I tell you what, I am so much happier when I live like that. And sometimes it is not an easy thing to do. Sometimes.
Right. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. I'm glad you called that out, and I'm glad that's working for you. That is outstanding.
Because how many times and I'm believing I'm far from perfect, but you get an email at the end of the day and you read it, and for whatever reason, it bugs you. The email bugs you, and you just dwell on it, and it bugs you because it was about something that you did. And so you're like,
let that shit go.
Yeah. I mean, it's, or figure out how to deal with it straight away so you can be dealt with and be done with. And
I forget what it was. Oh, we were ordering some food the other night, and because we'd been busy and nobody had time to think of, planning for making dinner or anything. And so we were going to order some food, and Julie was laughing at me. She's like, I'm trying to get it done here, because I know you're about to get angry. I'm like, I don't do angry. I'm just over that now.
Right.
Are there some things that might make me angry? Yeah. And at the same time, I'm not into it. I'm not into getting angry. You managed to make me angry now, and you've accomplished something, because I just, and if you're listening to this and you've now set out, this is a challenge to you and you want to accomplish that, fuck you for even thinking that way. Yeah, I just, I don't want to be angry. I choose to process things in a different way.
Right. Yeah, actually, when you say that, it actually reminds me of your mother. And this is going back, I don't know, probably a year ago, maybe longer, when I saw her at the brewery. And you guys were all there as a family. And I went up and chatted with her, and we're talking to her about the whole COVID thing, and your folks are at risk just because of their age, as are all people that are in their 80s. And
damn, Kevin, they're not in their 80s yet. They're close, but they're not in their 80s yet.
Okay, yeah. But
sorry,
you know what I mean.
Dad, he didn't mean to insult you.
Maybe I didn't know that. Okay. All right. Anyway, they're close. Okay. All right. Look, your mother said about COVID, she said, I'm not going to be afraid anymore. I'm tired of this. I'm not going to walk around basically trying to worry about what's around the next bend that might be, the undoing of me. And I'm just going to live my life right now. And I'm going to be free, and I'm going to be in the moment, and I'm going to enjoy it. And I was like, wow, that's great. That is awesome. And that's something to be thankful for, honestly.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. You must be thankful for pipes, eh?
Oh my goodness, yes. I don't know what took me so long to try them, but yes, I am thankful for the enjoyable hobby of pipe smoking. This is outstanding.
You are living a life of continuous improvement.
Oh,
that's what you're doing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I would encourage anybody that's watching or listening that is interested in smoking a pipe, and if you haven't done it, try it. dive in. It is a relaxing experience. The flavor is phenomenal. If you're a cigar smoker and you think you enjoy that, I'll tell you what, man, try a pipe. The flavor is like tenfold.
Yeah. I know we've talked about this before. I'm thankful for the podcast. This is good, and because I've gotten more out of it than anybody, honestly, just because I've taken the time once a week to focus on a topic that is important, that helps us grow as individuals, and be able to talk about it, dig into it, learn from it, talk about it.
And it goes back to what you're talking about as far as gratitude goes, right? So that's cool that you say that, because, we're planning every week to talk about something on the podcast, and we typically don't talk about negative stuff,
Right.
absent that little period of time that we, ventured off path.
Right.
But, you can't. So that's a cool thing, because every week we're thinking about, that positive subject that we're about to talk about on Monday nights when we do these recordings. And that's a beautiful thing, because it keeps you in that mindset every week. So I'm thankful for that as well.
Right. Yeah, I'm thankful that the Redskins beat Tom Brady last week, not this weekend. And,
Yeah, I don't know how you didn't mention that on the podcast when we recorded.
I know. I don't know how I didn't mention it.
You waited till after we were done recording, and I was surprised by that.
That was fun. And then, they won again here this last weekend, yesterday. And I'm telling you what, man, they keep winning. They might snag a wild card spot. Who knows? They might be on their way to the Super Bowl.
Oh, tell you what, man. I don't think that's happening. But anyways, let's talk about some more stuff on this list that I think are really cool.
All right.
So clean water is one. Sunshine.
Amen. Amen.
Cars, safety and security, cell phones. You remember when we had to drive back to the house or go to a building somewhere to call somebody on the phone? In some ways, I'd like those days again.
Or put your dime in a payphone on the side of the road.
Right. Yeah. How about love? The ability to love. And we talked about it before, how, the pain that you feel of loss when you lose someone that you love and care about is, that's just that's the pain associated with the joyous ability to love somebody. You can't have that. You can't feel that pain without love. And so, you have to take the bad with the good, right? Or the good with the bad, however you want to look at that.
Yeah.
Here's one you'll identify with. Well, this one, so kindness of strangers, but this next one is all about you. Campfires. Gotta love a campfire.
I am thankful for fires.
Yeah, just fires in general. Yeah.
Fires in the fireplace, fires in the fire pit. Well, actually, I don't really like forest fires. I'm not really a big fan of that. But the fire that you can sit around, talk to people, and then yes, it did a good bit of that this season. That is a true blessing to be able to do that. And there's as you and I have talked about, there's something primal.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's just magical to be able to sit around a fire and have conversations. And I think people talk about shit around a campfire they wouldn't talk about in other places. Yeah, it's a cool experience.
Yeah, and especially give them a little bit of alcohol, and then it really starts flowing.
What?
Yeah, and then another good practice, I think, when it comes to being thankful, is do the same thing at night. When as you're falling asleep, the things that are on your mind very often sort of become what you're dreaming about. And there are good, healthy dreams. You wake up and you're inspired and you're motivated and you're ready to go because you planted all kinds of good seeds in your subconscious mind as you were falling asleep. And that's a good practice to get in as well.
Yes. And your nightly prayers, how much gratitude do you express during your nightly prayers? You might be asking for a lot, asking for blessings and so on. And at the same time, how much gratitude do you express for the things that you have been blessed with and the prayers that have been answered? I think that's an important aspect as well.
Yeah, actually, you just remind me of an acronym from my childhood. When you pray, are you thankful? Have you heard of that? Many people have. But if you haven't, maybe this is helpful to you. When you're praying, if you do pray, the word acts, like from the book of the Bible, acts, ACTS, is a good way to approach your prayer. The A is for adoration. So you express your adoration for your Creator and all of the things that Creator has done for you. A confession, you confess the things that you've done wrong to your God. And T is for thanksgiving, that you take the time to be thankful for your blessings and all of the goodness in life. And then the S is for supplication. Help me, God, do what did I need to do? I think that's just a neat little handle.
That's very cool. I had not heard that.
Yeah, you haven't heard that.
Okay. I was not familiar with that. That's very cool.
And yeah, it's a pretty easy thing to remember. And so adoration, confession, thanksgiving, supplication is a good way to, for some people to approach their prayer life. And I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So what else? You got any more stuff on your list? I got a whole bunch of stuff here.
Go, keep going. I mean,
rainbows, right? Rainbows.
Yeah.
How beautiful is that experience? I've been, there was one, my wife and I were on vacation and we saw this rainbow that was absolutely breathtaking. And I got some good pictures of it. And man, it's just, it's a beautiful thing to experience and something you definitely should be thankful for. Freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Tears. Thankful for tears. Thankful for holidays. We're about to have one of those we're thankful for. Indoor plumbing. I think we talked about that already.
Wait, tears.
Here's one. Here's a champion for us right here. Wisdom that comes with age, or as I like to say, the opportunity to acquire wisdom as you age. Because there's no guarantee you're going to get it.
Got to work at it and you got to apply it. Yeah, it's one thing to know it. It's another thing to live it.
Yep. Eyesight. Mountains. I tell you what, eyesight is something I don't want to say I've ever taken it for granted. But I will tell you as I age, I realize what good eyesight I had as a younger person and how it starts to degrade, definitely, having to wear glasses to read and so on. That's a pain in the ass and, necessary.
Right.
Now I just wear them all the time because I need them for distance now too. Just a little bump.
I'm thankful for Audible because I listen to a lot of books.
That's right. Yeah, because you can do that in a lot of places. People, reading and driving, trying to read a book while you're driving is not a good idea. But Audible can certainly help you out with that.
And I'm telling you what, man, it's completely transformed my ability to get through books I want to get through.
Right.
Because, about the only thing I can't do is take a shower and mow the lawn because, it's just wet or noisy. But pretty much any other time I can have a book in my ear listening to it. Not that I do, but I can if I want to.
You don't have a really big lawn, so you wouldn't get through much of a book, even if you were able to listen to it. But
my lawn is fine.
But I'm just saying, you live in a city location, and there's not a whole lot of lawn associated with your venue.
You're right.
I was going to say that there's a way to get around that, right? So when I'm mowing the lawn, you put the earbuds in, and then you put ear protection over the top of it. You can hear it just fine.
Oh, okay. Well, you have a big lawn, and you have that riding mower. It probably.
I do now. After I got over my ignorance for a year or so of wanting to do it with a walk behind, that seemed like a really good idea at the time.
Was it self-propelled at least?
Yeah, it's self-propelled. Excellent walk behind mower. I mean, that thing will roll. You can't keep up with it if it's on full speed. It'll run away from you.
Really?
But it's a what is it? A Toro Time Master, and it's got a 30-inch cut, so it's a good size walk behind mower. But still, to cut my grass, it's a 3.5 mile walk.
Woo!
Right, and that's great when you're not doing anything else for exercise. But as you know, thanks to your introduction to the folks at Sweat, I've started doing rowing and other things. So after a day of rowing and maybe a 60 class or something like that, I have no interest in walking 3.5 miles. So,
right.
Yeah. So we went back to the riding more.
Very good. I'm thankful for health. And, everybody has days that they don't feel well, and they wish they didn't have whatever particular ailment that they have. But the truth of the matter is, and all of those are true and legitimate, and they should be. But on those days that you feel good, and in my case, that's often, I love it. I'm so thankful for that. A lot of people say, well, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. And that's really true. And so when you do have it, or when you have the really good days, be thankful for it.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
How about employment? How about your mind? I'm thankful for my mind and the free thought that we have, and the ability to create things, and our mind, we have the ability to create our life based on our thoughts. How amazing is that?
Yep. I'm thankful for having the opportunity to live in the greatest nation in the history of the world. I truly believe that. And I think this is obviously our country is like constantly changing, morphing.
Right.
And we know that's the case, but it's still, the fundamental principles, the bedrock concepts upon which.
Yeah, and here's a Kevinism. In spite of her warts and hairs, America is still the greatest nation on the
Yes, that's right. That's right. She is. She's the greatest country ever conceived of. And I am thankful that we are here to be able to participate in it. Because we could have been born in a lot of other places that don't have,
and help to preserve it, because there are folks out there, certain elements that would be interested in doing it differently, only because they don't know what they don't know, and and apparently aren't open to realizing that either. So what we have going on as a country works, and we need to keep doing it.
Amen. Yeah, so just in general, I'm a happy guy. I'm a grateful, thankful guy.
Here's one: air conditioning, and this time of year, heat,
climate control.
Yes, climate control in your dwelling. That's a beautiful thing. Electricity. Did I say internet connection? I don't know if I said that.
Not on the recording. You said it before we started.
Yeah, I'm thankful for that. We wouldn't be able to do what we're doing right now without the good internet connection that we have.
Speaking of technology and climate control, here's a good one. You ready?
Yeah.
I love heated seats in your automobile. Whew. Cold winter's day, go crank that baby up and sit down on a warm seat.
That's much more important if you have leather seats in your vehicle than cloth seats. But you got some leather in there, man. Heated seats are a good way to go. How about the air conditioning ones? You have those? I've not had a vehicle that had the air conditioning seats yet.
No, I do not have one of those, but I've heard about them.
Yeah.
Do they work?
I don't know. I've never sat in a vehicle that had them. Only experienced heated seats, and I know they work. But don't know about the air conditioning.
I think we could go on and on and on, but I think the biggest point is take the time every single day, in the morning when you wake up, in the evening before you go to bed, and be thankful, especially this holiday season. Tomorrow, as everybody's listening, is Thanksgiving. And I would say that in that circumstance, the actual day of Thanksgiving, what we typically, at least in our American experience, express gratitude for is the family, the people and friends who are with us in those moments. And boy, what a blessing it is to have family members that you love and can chat with. And I know every family has its dysfunction. Every family.
I'm thankful for my family that I was born into, and I'm thankful for the family that I picked, the family that I've chosen. Here's an exercise for you. On Thanksgiving Day, and you could do this any day really, but on Thanksgiving Day, while you're engaged in that activity of being around family, friends, and I'm sure you'll have some time that you're sitting down having a conversation, or just look around. Do like a a 360 exercise or a 180 exercise, depending on, where you're seated. But just look around and make a mental note of all the things you're thankful for, the people that are there that you're thankful for, the vehicle that got you there, just all the things that you are thankful for in that moment. And, try to be in a bad mood after that.
Yeah. Yeah. You
You
can't.
can
It's
do it.
impossible. Like you said, you just gave me a flashback. Actually, I'll remove the names, and I'll remove the year, and I'll remove the location. But I was with a group of people on Thanksgiving Day years ago, and there was a tradition that the family would stand in a circle with all of their friends and family that were present, and each person would go around and say, kind of everybody be holding hands, so it was kind of a reverent, prayerful time, and say one thing that they were thankful for. And it was pretty cool. There was one though, in fact, no, it wasn't pretty cool. It was really cool, actually. But I remember this one person, when it came to this woman, everybody's saying all of the things that you can imagine that you would say in that kind of circumstance. And this one woman said, "I'm thankful for my legs." And I kind of did I tried not to have because it was just so unusual.
Right.
And then it turned out she went on to say that she was a dancer. And so she used her legs to be able to dance. And she was thankful that she had them. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And I got it. But it struck me as, that is not something that I'm thankful for my hand. I'm thankful for and because everybody, I'm thankful for all of these things, and legs was just kind of one of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, but that's going back to things that we take for granted. Even though you ask somebody, "Are you thankful for your body and its functionality and so on?" Oh, absolutely. And at the same time, do people consciously call that out? I'm thankful for my legs, and yeah, I think, or your arms, or your ability to do this or that. It's something not to be thought of lightly, for sure.
Right.
I'm thankful for this new pipe, man. And if you don't have one of these, you should get one.
Which one is that?
It's made by an Italian company, Lorenzetti, and I have several of them, and I keep buying them because they are phenomenal smokers and reasonably priced as well. Lorenzetti. I'm doing commercials tonight, apparently.
You really did just do a commercial, even the way you held it and everything.
Yes. Yeah, they're great pipes, man.
Okay. Yeah.
This is the maiden voyage of this one right here.
Cut out a little clip and send it off to them, and you might end up on their website.
Right.
There you go, with your little 15-second commercial. Maybe they'll send you a free pipe as a result. I bet they would. You should try it.
All right. I'm down for that.
Thankful for you, Bryant, and this little world that we've created for ourselves. It's very cool.
Yeah. Right back at you, man.
On this journey with
as well. Thankful for the conversations that we have, and just the either while we're recording and before and after, and just in general, the text message exchange, and just having your friendship. So it means a lot.
Absolutely. And my apologies to Mem and Larry for saying they were in their 80s. I apologize for that, Mem and Larry, and I'll buy you each an adult beverage of your choice to make up for it. So please forgive me.
Well, Dad's about to have his last birthday in his 70s, so next year you'll be right.
Okay.
And,
all right.
And Mom's a few years behind, but yeah, they're not quite there yet. So.
Okay. All right.
I'll tip them off tomorrow. When
I think I said that because my parents, who are not with us anymore, but I was thinking of your parents, and then I was thinking of my parents, and my parents were in their 80s when they passed, and so that was my connection. But anyway,
gotcha. I don't think they'll give you too much shit about it.
Okay, very good.
Can't guarantee it, but
right. Yeah, I'll expect anything.
Gotcha. All right, man. Well, great conversation. I appreciate it.
You bet. I enjoyed it as well.
What are we going to talk about next time?
I don't know. I'm not yet ready to reveal that.
All right, that's cool. I've got a few potential guests floating around out there that I want to talk with you about. So we got to get some more folks on here in the guest capacity.
I agree. It's time for our next one.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I certainly appreciate your time. And I know I said it earlier, and I did that with intention because I want to make sure that folks know how important it is to subscribe to this. Certainly helps us out as the audience continues to grow. So make sure you click that subscribe button. But more importantly, well, no, not more importantly, but no matter who you are, where you are, or what you're doing, make sure between this podcast and the next, you take time to enjoy the ride. See, I had to hit the button. I didn't have my reminder guy here.
You. That was a rough go.
This episode of the Graybeard Chronicles. Please subscribe so you'll receive notification when new episodes are available. To learn more about the Graybeards, visit their website, graybeardchronicles.com.